Have you ever felt lost trying to understand the world of investing? Do you ever feel like you're always behind, like everyone else is making easy money, and you're the only one not getting ahead? You're not alone. Thousands of young people face the same dilemma today. They're bombarded with promises of fast profits, magic solutions, and a supposed secret formula to get rich overnight. But the truth is far different. In this video, you'll discover why this obsession with instant results is sabotaging your financial future. And more importantly, how to break the cycle and finally gain clarity on the right path forward. So if you are tired of getting frustrated with empty promises and want to understand how to truly build financial freedom, watch until the end. In recent years, the financial market has become a breeding ground for delusional promises. The rise of cryptocurrencies, meme stocks, miracle day trades, and influencers flaunting fortunes created an environment where young investors are led to believe that getting rich quickly is the new norm. And this spreads like wildfire. Instagram and TikTok profiles promise to turn $100 into $10,000 in a week. Miracle courses are everywhere. But no one talks about what happens after the hype. No one shows the losses, the anxiety, the accumulated debt. This isn't just dishonest. It's dangerous, because it feeds a short-term mentality that causes thousands to quit the game before they even understand the rules. They don't fail because they rebad. They fail because they believed in shortcuts that never existed. And behind this obsession with quick profits lies an uncomfortable truth. Most people are trying to escape pain, not build a future. They want to get away from scarcity, frustration, and a life without purpose. So, any promise of immediate relief becomes irresistible. A video showing absurd results becomes a beacon of hope. Someone else's lucky trade turns into a personal goal, but hope without a strategy is a trap. And the more you chase instant gains, the further you get from the solid foundation financial freedom demands: discipline, patience, and continuous learning. True wealth building isn't glamorous, but it has purpose, and that changes everything. Picture this. You start investing today, excited by something you saw online. A week later, there's no return. After a month, you're down money. After 3 months, you quit, convinced that investing isn't for you. This happens more often than you think. The frustration caused by unrealistic expectations destroys the commitment of an entire generation. And this is where the real danger lies. Because when you give up early, you never learn what actually works. You walk away from what could change your life forever, all because you believed in a lie sold as the ultimate truth. This early quitting creates a vicious cycle. It starts with fake excitement, leads to disappointment, and ends in regret. And many never come back. The real path to financial freedom is simpler, but also quieter. It won't make you thousands overnight. It won't impress your friends in a week. But over time, it will give you what most people don't have: peace. When you understand that money is a long game, you stop sabotaging yourself by trying to have everything now, and you start acting with intention. Small monthly contributions, consistent study, emotional control. This is the ground where real wealth is planted. And the results, when they come, aren't just financial. They're mental, emotional, and above all, sustainable. Have you noticed how social media creates a parallel reality? One where everyone seems successful, except you? That constant comparison crushes your self-confidence. And in the world of investing, it's even more brutal. Because you start to think you're always late, that you need to hurry, that you have to risk everything to catch up with those who've already made it. And this leads to impulsive decisions driven by fear and ego. But the game isn't with them, it's with you. Your time, your journey, your goals. When you stop comparing and start focusing on your own progress, you take back control. And with that control comes the clarity to make the right moves at the right time. The difference between those who win and those who quit isn't about how much money they started with. It is about mindset. People with a strong mindset know that every loss is a lesson. Every setback can become a launchpad. That time is an ally, not an enemy. That mindset isn't inherited, it's built. And it starts when you decide to stop chasing magic formulas and start truly learning. Reading books, following serious educators, testing carefully, and most of all, respecting your own process. This shift is what turns a lost young adult into a conscious investor. This is where your real journey begins. Now you might be asking, if I shouldn't chase quick wins, what should I do? The answer is, invest in what's right, not what's fast. The market is full of real opportunities, but they require patience, reliable funds, strong companies, regular contributions, diversification. None of that will make you rich tomorrow. But in 5 or 10 years, it could completely change your life. And here's the secret. Start with what you have, even if it's little. Because what matters is not how much you start with, it's that you start. In a world dominated by social media, it's common to see young people making investment decisions based on what's trending. The herd mentality kicks in when people invest not out of knowledge, but because everyone else is doing it. The problem? Timing those entries and exits requires skill, and those who jump in late often lose. The obsession with hype, driven by fear of missing out, creates a false sense of urgency that blinds investors. What seemed like an opportunity is actually a game where few win, and they were almost always the ones who were prepared. To escape this cycle, you need to learn to think independently, seek trustworthy sources, and most of all, study before you act. True financial intelligence doesn't follow the crowd. It leads with clarity. Very few young people understand the value of time when it comes to investing. It's not just about how much you invest, but how long you let that money grow. Time is the investor's greatest ally. Thanks to compound interest, even small, consistent investments over the years can lead to incredible results. Imagine investing just $100 a month for 10 years, with consistency and average market returns that could turn into tens of thousands. What makes that possible isn't magic, it's time. And the sooner you start, the greater the impact. The problem is that the hunger for instant results blinds many to this truth. It's time to flip the script. Stop chasing immediate gains and start chasing invested time. Most people fail financially because they never learned the basics about money. Schools don't teach it. Families often don't know. And the system benefits from your ignorance. But the truth is clear. Those who master the rules of money master the game of freedom. Learning about finance doesn't have to be complicated. Today, with so much free content, accessible books, and reliable YouTube channels, you have the power to learn anytime. Understanding how the market works, how to read a basic chart, how to build a balanced portfolio, it's all within your reach. When you study, your decisions are based on logic and strategy, not emotion or desperation. That's when everything changes. You stop being a victim of hype and become the owner of your financial future. Stories inspire, and when we talk about investing, it's essential to show that real success doesn't happen overnight. Let's talk about ordinary people, just like you, who started small and stayed consistent, and now live off the income generated by their investments. People who resisted the urge to withdraw everything at the first market dip, who studied, stayed focused, and reaped the rewards over time. These stories prove you don't need a lot to start. The secret is starting even when you have little. These people chose building over shortcuts, consistency over rush. And now they're harvesting the fruits of patience. They show that yes, it's possible. But it takes one decision. Are you willing to plant today to harvest in 5, 10, 20 years? Now that you understand why chasing quick profits is a trap and how to build a solid path forward, I want to invite you to make a shift. Step out of the instant gratification mindset and into the mindset of builders. Be part of the generation that understands true wealth comes from wisdom, not luck. Start now, with whatever you have. Revisit your goals. Study. Invest with awareness. And above all, stay the course. Because this video wasn't made to impress. It was made to transform. If you've made it this far, it's because something inside you wants more, craves clarity, and is ready for change. And that change starts now. In the comments, tell me your biggest financial challenge. I want to see how I can help in the next videos. Remember, The future you dream of lies in the decision you make today. See you in the next video.